You testified that you have 3 children and 1 child between the 2 of you. But according to your paperwork, you have a 4th child.
What?
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't know she had another child?
Your Honor, I had no clue.
You were not going to tell this man that you have another child? Your child has another sibling. You don't believe that's important?
It's more than a sibling, but it's someone he knows, so I just don't think it's important for him to know.
Your time, it's his time, it's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. Welcome back to the channel, man. But anyways, I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time because this shit is already 12 minutes long. So let's get straight into the reaction video, man.
Your court is now in session.
Gotta turn this up all the way because so low. Ain't reacted to a support court video in a while, so.
Mr. Brooks, it looks like you filed this case. Tell me what's going on.
The man filed the case.
Well, actually, I'm here today because I really feel like my counterpart here, my co-parent, she is intentionally working just to not even pay or help out in child support. I am a full-time father. I'm also a full-time employee, and I don't get as much money on a week-to-week basis. And I'm really looking for just a little help or support in what we created together. And it seems like she's kind of trying to run out on her responsibility in this with me. And I don't think that's fair.
What do you mean she's trying to run out on her responsibility? What do you mean by that?
Meaning trying to dodge the fact of, getting the child support, or being able to pay something to help me out.
Have you ever asked her, ma'am, you have your opportunity to speak. Have you ever asked her to pay child support? Or give you some money for the child?
Exactly. I've asked her to help out with some of the expenses that our child occurs throughout. Even like
I don't like that. Like I don't like the child support system at all. Even when it's a man asking for it from a woman, unless if you're really just not doing anything. But it's like, bro, it's so because I feel it's very unfair for a person to have to pay child support when they're active. I feel it's unfair for a person to have to pay child support because you can't keep up your end of the bargain. That person is doing just fine, but you aren't willing to go out there and pick up the slack. You aren't willing to go out there and do what you need to do. You ain't willing to wake up early. You ain't willing to do nothing. You ain't door dashing. You ain't doing nothing. Like, let's say they got the child, right, for these amount of days, and you already kind of struggling financially. You ain't door dashing. You're not doing anything to expand your income, bro. And then that's supposed to take case. It's dude, bro. There's some people out there, there's dudes that gotta pay their rent because they ain't got no income. And they have to do it because the kid gonna be homeless while he with the mom. Or while she with the mom. It's crazy, bro. That's how this shit works.
Like a regular school year or...
But he asking her for child support. I don't know.
What type of expenses are you speaking about?
Well, I'm speaking of expenses maybe like as far as childcare, all right? Tuition. Because I prefer that our child gets maybe a better education other than maybe what the public system will provide. And so I'm looking for just a little help on her behalf. This is something we created.
So
what he's asking for is not unreasonable. You're not willing to do that?
Your Honor, it is unreasonable.
How is it unreasonable?
He knows I'm disabled, for one.
Disabled?
What is your disability?
I hurt my leg.
Okay.
So I'm not able to work as I would like to.
How?
And he knows that.
How
he
bad?
knows that.
You are aware, though, that in the state of Texas, you can be ordered to pay child support and the money comes directly out of your disability check.
I did not know that, Your Honor.
Yes. That's why you're here today, for me to inform you of that.
Well, I don't think that's right.
Why?
Because
wait a minute, ma'am. But you think it's right for him to pay all of the expenses for the child every month?
Your Honor.
You answer my question. Do you think that's right?
No, Your Honor, but he's doing this because I stopped messing with him. I go over
What do you mean by stop messing?
I still go over to his house and we still mess around. And I just decided to cut it off because my leg has been killing me.
I mean, it don't make no sense you bringing that up here.
Well, you trying to bring me to court.
Excuse me,
I got that.
You all will address me.
Sorry, Your Honor.
You will not address each other.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
you all's rendezvous that has nothing to do with this court proceeding and why we're here, okay? We're here to talk about money. Ma'am, that is a different court, okay? That's not, we're in support court. We're talking about child support here.
Okay.
And according to what has been presented to me so far, the child lives with Mr. Brooks, is that correct?
I would really say us, but he lives in his home, yes.
The child lives with Mr. Brooks, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Brooks, you are not receiving any type of child support, is that correct?
I'm receiving nothing from her at all.
Okay.
Nothing.
But were you were you cool with it when she was coming over and y'all was messing? I think that's what she was saying. Cause if you was cool with that, because she was coming over and y'all was doing what y'all was getting down or whatever the case may be. If that's true, then yeah, you can't like she should have already been paying something from the get. Like she already should have been helping you out from the get go. But like, bro, you can't wait. If that's true, we gonna keep watching this shit to see if that's true or not. But you can't wait until, you know what I'm saying, she not like coming over or messing with you no more to bring her or to. It shouldn't even matter, honestly. But
ma'am, how many children do you have?
I have one with him, and then I have 2 others.
Okay, so you have a total of 3. And how much money do you make a year?
Well, I don't make any now since I hurt my leg off the pole.
What pole are you referring to? Did you run into a pole?
No, ma'am. I was working at Dallas Gentleman's, and he knows that. And he knows that's why I hurt my leg. And so he's been helping me.
Wait a minute. What is Dallas Gentleman's?
A strip club.
So you were working in the strip club, so you got injured. On that pole.
On that pole, and he knows it. And he forced me to work there.
And you're collecting a disability check from falling off the stripper pole.
Off the stripper pole.
Okay, that's the first.
But that's why we don't have a relationship now.
But that's not what you said.
Why? Excuse me.
Sorry,
Excuse me.
Sorry.
What do you mean by that's why you all don't have a relationship now?
Because she's spending all her time up there working on the pole for money, you know. But this is money that she.
But you know what,
our
sir?
kids.
And you may not necessarily agree with her choice of work, but she is making some type of money. And ma'am, you are going to pay child support.
I mean, I don't agree with that either, but shit, you gotta do what you gotta. Like, and don't crucify me for saying this. I don't agree with that shit at all. But if that's what she gotta do to pay the bills, take care of her kids, maybe hopefully she gets to something else. I still don't agree with it though, but shit, it ain't my girl. It ain't up for me. My opinion don't matter. She don't give a fuck what I'm saying. So shit.
How much?
You're going to pay child support. How much were you working when you were on the pole?
How much I was getting?
Yes.
I mean, I was getting close to about a night or a year.
Based on the documents that you turned in with your 1099s, you were making about $65,000 a year.
What?
You didn't know that?
He knew.
These documents are accurate, correct?
They're pretty much accurate.
Even whether he knew or not, you were making money and you're not supporting.
I am supporting, but I will say he does a lot. He does most of it because I am hurt and he knows that. So
what the bro? When she said your leg is hurt, like how bad? Like to where you can't walk? Like how bad is it? You got a she got a cast on the leg. She got the little walker. You feel me? Or she got the little crutches. Like how bad is this leg injury?
It's been pretty nice about that until now.
What do you mean he's been pretty nice until now?
I mean until now, like I guess since I was unfortunately still letting him come over and have rendezvous.
You will have your opportunity to speak. Let her speak.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I do not need you to echo me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now address me. What were you saying?
We would have our rendezvous, and he was fine and
what does does that mean that we was like just having sex? Like what does rendezvous mean? I don't know what that means, bro.
dandy. Fine and dandy. We've been doing this for 5 years.
Wait, hold on.
He was fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. We've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years. He knows I've been stripping.
5 years.
And all of a sudden he wants to pull me into court now because I stopped last week. So all of a sudden now we're on the court docket to come into court because you want child support because I stopped giving it up.
You really need to address me as I've asked you.
Sorry,
I've asked you that
I do apologize.
more than once.
I do apologize.
Don't apologize. Just do it. Okay. Okay, ma'am, your testimony is conflicting with the documents that you provided to the court ahead of time. You testified that you have 3 children and 1 child between the 2 of you.
Yeah.
But according to your paperwork, you have a 4th child.
What the
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't know she had another child?
Your Honor, I had no clue.
You were not going to tell this man that you have another child? Your child has another sibling. You don't believe that's important?
It's more than a sibling, but it's someone he knows, so I just don't think it's important for him to know.
It's gotta be fake. It's no fucking way that, bro.
I am not about to play these games with you. You save those games for your old job on the pole, okay? This is a serious matter. You need to be paying child support to this man, okay?
$49 suits are here. Discontinued and clearance sale. For a limit.
Now, based on, you said you received disability, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you receive in disability a month?
Only $1,200.
Only?
He's not getting anything from you. What do you mean
Oh,
only?
he's getting a lot from me, but okay.
Financially, he's not getting anything from you to support this child, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Based on my calculations, at $1,200 a month, puts you about $14,000 or so a year. So, giving you credit for the other children you have, your child support obligation comes out to $163.20. Who covers medical insurance for the child?
She's paying nothing pretty much. She's paying nothing pretty much, bro. $163, she's paying nothing. She's paying nothing at that rate, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. How do you not know that she got another kid though? Like how did that, I mean, I ain't gonna say and act like that's not possible. If y'all heard, it's some shit that just happened with the NBA player. Like, I was going to talk about that on here, but that shit just broke my heart, and it wasn't even me, bro. Just to hear that type of thing, bro, it's crazy. But I'm not going to lie, bro. That's why, I mean, what did you expect, bro? Like,
Anthony is currently on Medicaid.
Medicaid, okay. So, ma'am, considering you are the one that is going to be responsible for child support, you're also going to be responsible for the health insurance. That money has to be repaid back to Medicaid. It's a state agency. You have to pay it back. Therefore, based on what your gross and taking 9% of that, which is what you would be responsible for health insurance, it comes out to about $108. So your total monthly obligation is $271.20.
That's the lowest that I've ever seen
of each month
in my life.
And it will
That's the lowest child support I've ever seen in my life. And I've never seen, and a man ain't never paid that low before.
be paid directly to him. Child support obligation and the Medicaid coverage. You understand, ma'am? Because you're looking very confused right now. And I'm confused as to why you
That
haven't
is
been
low.
giving any money to support this child.
Because I've been giving him other things, Your Honor, and
What other type of things are you talking about that he gets from you?
can you tell her what I give you, please?
No,
I'm
the
asking
child.
Your Honor, I give him lap dances. I give him
Oh,
everything
okay.
you
See,
can think
that's too much. That's too much. I'm referring to anything that you give him for the child. Based on what you all do behind closed doors, your little secret rendezvous you have going on, that has nothing to
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, bro, you were controlled by all that stuff. So based off, based off what she's kind of saying is that, bro, you wouldn't have a problem when I was doing all this to you, anything sexual related, cool. Then when I stopped, that's when you wanted to bring me here. You was on some like, as long as I do this, you'll take care of this for the kid, da. And that's wrong. Like, so pretty much you was being bro was pretty much being controlled. She wrong in her own right, but he also wrong too, because you was being controlled by like, oh, I'll do this if you do this for me. I'll do, like, you know what I mean? Like on some weird shit. Like you gotta understand the kid is bigger than that. You guys have a kid. The kid is way bigger than any of that. You can't let all that stuff control you. You can't just, oh, because she over here giving you lap dances that, okay, cool. Like you know what I'm saying? I'll take care of the kid. You ain't got to worry about it. Then when she stopped, it's like, oh, I'm gonna bring you to court now. It's kind of like when a guy stopped doing something for a girl, like, oh, I'm gonna bring you to court now. Like, damn, I was just doing this and that for you. Now you're bringing me to court once I stopped. She stopped them rendezvous with him, so now he wanted to bring her to court based off that's kind of the angle that I'm getting from this whole, like, that's what it seemed like the whole totality of this is. So I don't know.
To do it in here. Financially, what else have you been giving him to take care of this child?
I give him about $20 every other week.
$20 every other week. Sir?
Ma'am.
About how much does it cost you a month in expenses for this child?
When you consider daycare as $115 a week, just to make sure she's getting a quality education, along with the expenses of clothes, food, entertainment, things like that. I would probably put another $100 or so on that.
There's no way he can live and take care of this child off of $20, ma'am. Your child requires more than $20.
Way more than $20.
Monthly obligation, $271.20 to be paid to dad. Mr. Brooks, do you have any?
That is the lowest child support I've ever seen in my life. I never seen no man or woman pay no 270, whatever she said. I've never seen a guy especially pay that little. It be I didn't watch this channel. I remember I watched a video where the dude was actively, he had a business and all. They both just had a bunch of nannies, and he still had to pay a lot, bro. And he was actually involved. He just, the business, like I said, the super big business owners, when they have kids, it's not really like, like they don't, the child gets neglected a little bit, bro.
Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. Now, once she's healed from, her injury, she'll be back to making more money.
Okay. Yeah.
So is that something that can be considered, or?
Oh, definitely, it can be considered.
Damn.
And ma'am, that's
he doing what the women do now. You see how he pulled that question? When her leg gets healed, she'll be in position to work more. Would that be considered? He's doing what the women do now.
actually a very good question. If you go back to the poll and you make another $65,000 and this man comes back for an increase in child support, I can't entertain that.
I wouldn't even.
Don't look confused.
I
can entertain
I
that.
hate child support
If
so much.
you
I wouldn't
get
even
an
want to do
increase,
that.
Your child also gets an increase. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, how am I supposed to be able to afford this?
For what? $270 something? Come on, bro. If your what's the name check is 1,000, once that 200, bro, you better get on the DoorDash. You better start DoorDash on Uber Eats. You better start doing whatever you can. You better start selling some stuff that you don't use. People in my mouse coursing with. You better start selling that, bro. You better start doing. I know you know how to do hair. It's not. I ain't never met a black girl that couldn't do hair. Come on, you better start it.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you can pick up another job.
Pick up a job.
That's all I know how to do.
Wait, what?
Is what? Hit the pole?
Hit the pole.
Well, you might want to find another pole job. Anything further?
That'll be all, Your Honor.
Why do y'all be entertained? Like, no disrespect, like you gotta do what you gotta do, but you entertain someone who says that's this. I don't want to get into the job. I just want the poll is all I know how to do. You can't go pop up the pen and fill out a job application at fucking a fast food. Not even just a fast food joint, a clothing store. You can't go retail. You can't go. That's all you know how to do. You mean to tell me you don't know how to just fold clothes? You don't know how to clean? You don't know how to talk with customers? Like, you can't do nothing else? Why as a man, why did you even interact with her? that's your own fault. Like, I'm not trying to be a judgmental person, because I always feel like if you are super judgmental, you will be judged to the core. I'm very understanding, but stuff like that just bother me. Like, some people really know what they're doing. Like, I'm not with that whole you don't know a person until such and such. No, some people know what they're doing when they're getting into stuff. I don't care what anybody says. Why would you even entertain that? Like, and then you wonder why you're here. You met her there, and you decide. Am I saying, oh, because some people have situations. Some of the most successful people in the world have situations where they did this before. They're not proud of it, but they just, that was just the shit that they did. Do I like it? No. But shit, it's not about what I like. But it's like, why would you even entertain that? Like, peep this.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Maybe your child also gets an increase.
I'm supposed to be able to afford this.
How am I supposed to be able to afford this?
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you can pick up another job.
That's all I know how to do.
Is what? Hit the pole?
Hit the pole.
All you know how to do is hit the pole. You can't be on a strip pole. You can't go get a job at a fast food joint. You can't go get a job at a clothing retail store. You can't go get a job somewhere in a mall. You can't go pop up a pen and fill out a job application at a different job. And I'm trying to figure out, why did you go to the club and think that she would be a good mom? Why did you do that? You met her there, okay, whatever. Let's put that to let's put that to the side. But now, you mean to tell me you couldn't? I don't believe that, bro. I feel like you do see certain things early in a person, bro. She just literally said, "I can't. That's all I know how to do." There was nothing wrong with working at a regular job. You're getting residual income. I don't know, man. If y'all like this video, hit the like button and comment. And if y'all watch these videos, if you watch my videos and you make it to the end, comment below any reactions you want me to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Recipes to car, recipes, my grandma, both our grandmas, and I'm out, man.